Hello everyone, myself Jennifer. Now I'm going to present on a topic service marketing and service gaps. Meaning of service marketing. Service marketing is a concept which focuses on business of non-physical intangible goods. Service marketing is done for company given benefits which cannot be seen, touched, felt, etc. Sectors like hospitality, tourism, financial services, professional services, etc., use service marketing to drive their business. Features of services. Intangibility. A physical product is visible and concrete. Services are intangible. The service cannot be touched or viewed. So, it is difficult for clients to tell in advance what they will be getting. For example, banks promote the sale of credit cards by emphasizing the convenience and advantages derived from possessing a credit card. Inseparability. Personal services cannot be separated from the individual. Services are created and consumed simultaneously. The service is being produced at the same time and the client is receiving it. For example, during an online search or a legal consultation, dentist, musician, dancers, etc. create and offer services at the same time. Heterogeneity or variability. Services involve people and people are all different. There is a strong possibility that the same inquiry would be answered slightly differently by different people. It is important to minimize the differences in performance. The quality of services offered by firms can never be standardized. Perishability. Services have a higher degree of perishability. Unused capacity cannot be stored for future use. If services are not used today, it is lost forever. For example, spare seats in an aeroplane cannot be transferred to the next flight. Similarly, empty rooms in five-star hotels and credits not utilized are examples of services, leading to economic losses. As services are activities performed for simultaneous consumption, they perish unless consumed. Changing demand. The demand for services has wide fluctuation and may be seasonal. Demand for tourism is seasonal. Other services such as demand for public transport, cricket field and golf courses have fluctuation in demand. Pricing of services. Quality of services cannot be standard. The pricing of services are usually determined on the basis of demand and competition. For example, room rents in tourist spots fluctuate as per demand and season, and many of the service providers give off-season discounts. Direct channel. Usually, services are directly provided to the customer. The customer goes directly to the service provider to get services such as bank, hotel, doctor, and so on. Problems in marketing services. A service cannot be demonstrated. Sale, production, and consumption of services take place simultaneously. A service cannot be stored. It cannot be produced in anticipation of demand. Services cannot be protected through patents. Services cannot be separated from the service provider. Services are not standardized and are inconsistent. Service providers appointing franchisees may face problems of quality of services. The customer perception of service quality is more directly linked to the moral, motivation, and skill of the frontline staff of any service organization. Elements used in marketing mix for services. Product. The service product requires consideration of the range of services provided, the quality of services provided, and the level of services provided. Attention will also need to be given to matters like the use of branding, warranties, and after-sale service. The service product mix of such elements can vary considerably and may be seen in comparisons of service range between a small local building society and one of the largest in the country. Or between a small hotel offering a limited menu range and a four-star hotel offering a wide range of meals. Price. Pricing of services is tougher than pricing of goods. While the latter can be priced easily by taking into account the raw material costs, in the case of services, there are attendant costs such as labor and overhead costs that also need to be factored in. Place. The location of the service providers and their accessibility are important factors in service marketing. Accessibility relates not just to physical accessibility but to other means of communication and contact. Thus, the type of distribution channels used and their coverage is linked to the crucial issue of service accessibility. Promotion. Promotion includes the various methods of communicating with markets, whether through advertising, personal selling activities, sales promotion activities, and other direct forms of publicity, and indirect forms of communication like public relations. People. People are a defining factor in a service delivery process, since a service is inseparable from the person providing it. All human actors who play a part in service delivery and thus influence the buyer's perceptions, namely the firm's personnel, the customer, and other customers in the service environment. Physical evidence. The environment in which the service is delivered and where the firm and customer interact, and any intangible components that facilitate performance and communication of the service. The physical evidence of service includes all of the intangible represents of the services, such as brochures, letterhead, business cards, report formats, and equipment. In some cases, it includes the physical facility where the service is offered. For example, the retail bank branch facility. Process. The actual procedures, mechanism, and flow of activities by which the service is delivered, the service delivery and operating systems. The actual delivery steps the customer experiences or the operational flow of the service will also provide customers with evidence on which to judge the service. Service gap. Meaning. Service gap is a deviation, a discrepancy between what was planned or what is done in the end, or between what was expected and what is pursued. GAPS model for improving service quality. The model highlights the probable obstacles that usually hinder a retailer's ability to satisfy customers. When customers' expectations are greater than or cross their perceptions of the pursued service, they feel dissatisfied and develop negative thinking about the retailer's services. Knowledge gap. This gap arises because of the difference between customers' expectation and the retailer's perception toward customers' expectations. It simply means that the retailer is not aware what actually customers expect from them. For example, in a departmental store, a retailer tries his level best to provide personal attention to each customer by appointing a number of sales staff who rooms near the customers to help them as and when required. But customers take this service in different way and don't prefer to visit such stores, considering store staff wandering like police around them. Some retailers even develop well-structured programs for evaluating the service expectations and perception of their customers. Standard gap. This gap arises because of the difference between the retailer's perception of customers' expectation and the customer service standard he sets. Besides understanding what customers expect, retailers should develop some service standards. It helps store staff understanding how the top management and store customers define and evaluate a quality task. Customer driven service quality standards are different from the traditional performance standards that most of the retailing firms establish to meet the customer's requirements. Delivery gap. The gap arises because of the difference between the retailer's service standards and the actual service offered to customers despite the existence of guidelines for treating customers correctly and performing services well. Even when standards are properly defined and well implemented, or if firms fail to provide resources for them, performance will not be up to the mark and definitely will increase delivery gap. The delivery gap between standards set and those delivered arises because of several reasons like impractical standards, lack of clarity in standards defined, improper communication, lack of motivation among floor staff, absence of regular monitoring of performance analysis practices, failure to match market demand and supply, problem conflicts with service intermediaries. Communication gap. This arises because of gap between the actual set of services offered to the customers and the service communicated by the retailer to the customers through their proportional program. In short, communication gap arises when retailers' promises don't match the performance, resulting in adverse effect on the customer gap. In order to remove or close the communication gap, retailers first try to understand the reasons that create communication gap. Once knowing the reasons, retailers should overcome them by developing a clear line of communication between the parties concerned. Any miscommunication between two parties will lead to discrepancy between actual and a promised service. Hence, the management of the retail store should avoid over-promising in personal selling, advertising, or any other way of communication. Thank you.